So I recently got Platinum on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, and I thought to myself, can I beat the game without killing anyone with a gun? It's a Call of Duty game, so the obvious answer would be no, but I challenged that. Also, it's quarantine, and I got nothing else better to do, so. We're skipping SSDD because it's a tutorial, and there aren't real enemies, so it doesn't count. Also, you have to shoot to pass, which would make this video very uninteresting and very short. So instead we're starting with team player. In this part you're supposed to shoot the enemies on the bridge, but I have a knife. So instead I throw a grenade, and it's pretty effective. Honestly, more effective than I thought it would be. It allowed me to complete it. If you don't kill these guys, you fail the mission because the bridge layer is destroyed. So I go into the vehicle and I'm forced to man the machine gun, but the challenge is to beat the game without killing anyone with a gun. And this part is on rails, so I can't die. Also, that means I don't have to shoot. After we got hit with an RPG, we're supposed to clear out this house, and as you can see with my poor knifing skills, I almost die immediately. But I do manage to clear out the house and make my way to the school. After I clear out that area of bad guys, I make my way to the school, in which I let my team do most of the work. I also help them by throwing grenades, because, you know, I have a knife, and there's like 10 guys there. Can't just knife them all. This is on regular, but, you know, they can still kill you. So I use grenades to clear the hallway to get into the next room, and when I'm in the next room, I use a flashbang. I clear out the final room and the final hallway, and I need one perfectly timed grenade to take out all these guys. I don't get it. But I'm still able to kill these two guys, and I'm able to sprint to the finish. Next we have Cliffhanger, which was actually pretty easy to do because it is a stealth mission, and you don't really need guns to kill anyone because Captain McTavish can just snipe them for you. I also found out you could do this. This part wasn't that hard to do without the heartbeat sensor because I basically know this mission by heart. I used to play it all the time back in the day. So after I meet up with McTavish, recover the DSM, we're supposed to go loud. But I can't exactly go loud with the melee weapon, so I do the next best thing. Throw a grenade, and then I run. After I jump down here in this little area, I'm supposed to kill at least 2 of the enemies for the snowmobiles to appear. If not, I get stuck down here until McTavish kills one of them. While on the snowmobile, I do not fire my gun once. Next we have No Russian. In this mission, I thought you had to kill civilians with your gun, but you don't. You could just knife them. As you can see here, I did not fire a single shot, nor will, throughout the entire mission. I switched out the M240 machine gun for a riot shield because, well, I needed a riot shield. There were too many motherfuckers that I couldn't melee.
That was no message. This is a message.
Next mission is takedown, and as the name suggests, we have to take down somebody. You cannot knife this man. You have to shoot him. You have to shoot him. But you don't kill him. After you tickle him a little bit in the foot, he goes down, but he's still alive. So, technically, I didn't break my rule. For this part, I pretty much just run through the entirety of the mission. There's not much else to say. I'm just knifing and running.
He's gonna get away! No, he's not. front runner. This is Bravo 6. Team, let's go! Let's go!
Next mission, Wolverines. One of my favorites, honestly. Except, instead of flashbangs, I have smoke grenades now, which aren't exactly very helpful, especially when I only have a combat knife. But I still have grenades, and later on in the mission, have access to a Predator missile. I use the smoke to run past the BTR, just like normal. Then I turn into the alley, I knife everybody like a mugging gone wrong, and it's great, because they shoot like they're stormtroopers. Well, great for me. I wait for my team to clear out the next alley, stab this guy, and run immediately into Nate's restaurant. Next, I have to wait for Sergeant Foley to tell me to go up on the roof.
Heads up, ladies. We got trucks to the south.
Claymore mines are not guns. For that entire roof segment, I basically couldn't do shit, because all I had was... I missed that grenade. Because all I had was a combat knife, smoke grenades, and a grenade. After I clear out the burger town, I get up on the roof and use the Predator missile. Predator missile is not a gun, so I'm not breaking any rules. After Raptor was secured, I made my way to Nate's rooftop, where I picked up a Stinger missile, and I questioned, and I came to the conclusion that no, a launcher is not a gun. It is a launcher. So I'm not technically breaking rules by using it. I also need to use it to progress, and these aren't, well, they are people, but they're vehicles, so it's justified. After shooting down both helicopters and almost getting team killed twice, I made it into my seat and finished the mission. Next up is the Hornet's Nest. Similar to Takedown, I'm going to be running through the entirety of the mission. I don't know why, I think it was just instinctive, but I tried to knife through the door. Anyway, I jump over the wall, run through the backyards, into the house, and make my way behind the tactical. I run and knife my way through the entire first part of the mission, and then I got stuck here for about 20 minutes because a single tactical just did not want to die, and he kept killing me over and over. That motherfucker right there made me waste so much time, and it honestly made me hate this mission. That fucking guy made me hate this. This is one of my fucking least favorite missions now. After many minutes of bitching, I finally made it past the marketplace, which was honestly one of the most relieving things I fucking did in this entire run. Holy fuck. This mission alone took me so much time to do. It probably took up like a third, nah, like a fifth of the fucking time that I took to beat the campaign. Honestly, it was such a bitch to do. For the last segment here, I just let my team clear out the entire field, and yeah, beat the mission. Next up is one of my personal favorites, Exodus, which is really one of my favorites because you could just run through the entire thing. But the only downside of this is once you get to the end, you have to wait for your team to get there because you need to get an order from Sergeant Foley for you to actually complete the mission. But I mean, other than that, it's really fun to fucking just run through, and especially with the combat knife, I didn't expect it to have this much fun running through a mission. It took me like 3 minutes to do, but it's just, I don't know why, it's just so fun running through. I think the reason it's so fun is because like honestly, if you look at the map, it's just linear, like you're just running in a straight line. But I mean, like, I don't give a shit. I'm not complaining. It's fucking fun. At the end of the day, that's all I give a shit about. And just like that, Exodus is completed. On to the next mission. Next up, the only easy day was yesterday. Another one of my favorites because of the slow motion breach. It's fucking cool, it makes you feel like a badass. But when you're slow motion breaching, you can't move a lot. And in this challenge, I have a combat knife. You can probably see where this is going. Yep. You can't breach and clear with the knife. It's just something you can't do. You can't reach the bad guy fast enough for you to melee him and save the hostage. You need a gun. I even tried the other door because I thought myself, nah, this must be something I must be doing wrong. But nope, you're just not fast enough. Not even a flash grenade is fast enough. So, this is where I am defeated. I need a gun to complete this mission. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. I'm just kidding. We can make an exception. This one mission. Let's continue on. So pretty much, I'm just going to be doing the same thing I've been doing this whole time. Stabbing and running, flashbang grenade. You know, the good stuff. For this next part up here, you're supposed to use thermal, but who needs thermal when you got a combat knife? It's up close and personal anyway, so you'll see them in the smoke. After you breach the final room, the mission is completed and you can move on to the next one. Next mission, the Gulag. Yes, a combat knife is a sniper, according to McTavish. Once you land, you can run past most of the soldiers, make your way into the Gulag, and kill these guys with the grenade and knives. They don't hit their shots for shit. This is still on regular, by the way. But you are going to have to wait for your team to get into the control panel and open the doors for you. For the next part, you're supposed to get a riot shield, but I decided against it. Trying to make myself feel better after that last mission. For this part, you can just run straight to the end and it'll automatically kill any enemies alive in that area. We get to use another breaching charge. Fortunately, no hostages to save this time, so I'm in no rush to kill anyone. I can take my time, run into this guy, and then knife in him. While he misses every shot. Oh, he hits those actually. Oh, shot. Through the power of teamwork, leaving my teammates behind, flashbangs and grenades, I'm able to make it through the end, into the hole, and reach Captain Price.
One of them should be prisoner 627. Whatever you're gonna do, son, do it
Of their own accord. Another one of my favorite missions. And as per usual, the last couple missions, I'm going to be running through it, knifing, flashbang grenade, knifing, running, flashbang grenade. After turning all these Russian soldiers into Swiss cheese, I remembered, I'm about to shoot again. Yeah, I'm about to take a Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle and shoot. So the short answer is no, you cannot beat this game without shooting a gun. Because you're forced to here, and in breach and clearing sections. But I mean, you've watched this far, so you might as well finish the video. After I let you guys down and had to use a sniper rifle to continue on the mission, I'm using javelin rockets to shoot down helicopters. And as I stated before, these are rockets, not guns, so the only time I disgraced you was when I used the sniper. After making it to the extraction point on the roof, I wondered, can I actually pass this part without shooting? Because there are enemies that I always thought that I had to kill. For instance, these guys at this memorial, I thought I had to kill them. That helicopter, I thought I had to prevent it from from leaving the ground. But apparently, like in team player, this part of the mission is on rails, so I can't die. Meaning, I don't have to shoot either. Believe me, was I no way, in any way, not tempted. I mean, it's so tempting to just fucking let loose on all these fucking guys with your fucking minigun. but I can't because no shoot run. Even though I've already failed, it didn't feel right. We crashed just like normal. And then this soldier teases me by giving me a fucking gun.
Don't do anything stupid.
Contingency. Another one of my favorite missions. Speedrunning with a knife. As you can probably already assume, I'm gonna be knifing, running, grenading, and flashbanging a lot. I actually didn't know how I was gonna do this part, so I just went for it. Bad move.
They're onto us. Open fire.
But eventually, after a couple flashbangs, snap necks, and glitch dogs, I eventually made it. I once again want to specify, Predator missiles are not guns, so I'm not breaking the rules by using it. Anyways, after some more running, some more missile usage, I eventually make it to the watchtower.
5+ KIAs. Good hit. Good hit.
And once I'm here, I mean, the mission's basically over. I used the Predator missile 2 more times, once to take out 2 trucks, another time to take out a Jeep and another vehicle. And, yeah.
We have a missile in the air! Missile in the air! Code black! Code black!
We're on the next mission now, Second Son. And as you can notice in my ammo count, I have a full magazine and 30 in reserve, meaning I did not shoot a single bullet. Kind of proud of myself. But you're probably also wondering, where's the combat knife? Well, I'll get it later. I use what I have in my arsenal: flashbangs, grenades, combat knife to clear out the room. Almost die. Oh, I do die like 5 fucking times, but I eventually make it out. I loop around these guys behind the bus, throw a flashbang, throw a grenade, they clear them out on the quicks. I eventually kill these guys and make my way to the end of the mission, where we continue the next mission.
This must be the real thing.
Whiskey Hotel, another one of my favorites. How many times have I said that? Like 6 times this video, probably. I don't know who's keeping count. But it's pretty much the same thing, you know, running, knifing, flashbang, grenade. Anyway, I'm gonna run to the burning helicopter, crouch, prone, make my way to the BTR and half burning tree, run past the jet, to the burning jeep, stab this man, toss a grenade, knife this man, knife this guy, get in and wait for the rest of my team. I have to wait for my team not because I want to, but because I have to. Obviously not because I want to. Who the fuck wants to wait for the team? It'll slow you down. But I have to have them open the door for me. This was another really difficult part because there's like 50 enemies on the other side of this curtain, and my teammates are nowhere to be found. It's all me, so I have to flashbang and grenade, but I only have 4 flashbangs and 2 grenades. Wait, 2 flashbangs and 4 grenades. And I have to use them sparingly on like 50 fucking guys.
We got less than 2 minutes before they flatten the city.
Anyways, I eventually make a pass, and I have to wait again for them to open the door.
90 seconds. We gotta push through.
But then I can just run past most of the shit. Flares are not guns.
Countersign detected at Whiskey Hotel. Aboard, aboard. We got a countersign. Aboard mission.
The notorious loose ends mission. As a kid, this shit broke my fucking heart. I don't know if it's because I was a bitch back then, but This made me realize SAS lives matter. As per usual, I'm gonna be running through, knifing, not using any flashbangs though for the first part. I will be using grenades to take out a lot of people. I think it's like 8 people I have to kill once I actually get to the house. But these guys, I can just run past them. They'll die as soon as I get to a certain spot, which is right about here. No, right here. There we go. You'll notice I have to breach and clear again, but I can turn around and leave and let Ghost do all the work since he has a gun and I have a combat knife. Once I've breached and cleared every room in the safe house and planted all of my claymores, I can finally set up DSM to start the download. Also, these guys really fucking love using flashbangs. It was really annoying because I had to get up close and personal with the combat knife to actually be effective. And it wasn't really effective when I was fucking, you know, when all I could see was a white fucking screen. Kinda pissed me off just a little bit. But eventually I got it. I run past some more baddies, throw flashbangs and grenades at them until I finally make it to the end and relive my childhood nightmare.
Roger, I got it lined up. Gold Eagle's on the ground. Watch for snipers on thermal. Over.
You have the DSM. We got it, sir.
Good. That's one less loose end.
Area is sanitized. All targets destroyed.
Another one of my favorite missions, the enemy of my enemy. We're gonna be running and stabbing just like usual. I should have been killed by that BTR, but didn't. It's a good start. You can literally run through this entire mission because Shepherd's men and Macro's men are just killing each other. It's kind of like the whole thing. And the whole mission takes like less than 3 minutes. It's faster than Exodus. It's faster than Takedown. I think it's actually the fastest fucking mission to finish. And this part here, I found out is actually on rails, so you can't actually die. And that means you don't have to shoot, which is great because I don't have a fucking gun. I have a fucking combat knife. Second to last mission, just like old times. And just like old times, we're gonna be running, stabbing, frag grenading, and flashbanging all the way to the exit. We're gonna kill these first guys with grenades, stab this guy, wait for these guys to pass, stab this guy, and make our way to the second part. And in the second part, as one could have guessed, we're gonna flashbang and grenade these guys. For this next part up here, you're encouraged to grab a riot shield. But, because I just felt so bad for using guns on this run, I didn't. And I instead used the frag grenades to kill these guys with machine guns that you're supposed to use the riot shield to defend against, but if they're not there, you don't need a riot shield. For this next part, I just ran past the first guys that were deploying. And then I ran into the cave and I held this position right here and I killed them off one by one using my grenades until the area was clear and I could move up to breach. That's right, we're breach clearing one more room, the final room that we can breach in the campaign. And I have to use a gun because you can't knife these guys. So after breaching, clearing, overriding door controls, almost getting killed, we make it to our last shootout, if you can even call it that, because I have a fucking combat knife. You know, they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight, but in Call of Duty, when you can eat 15 bullets, point blank, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Shepard mentioned Zodiacs. There must be river access nearby. Let's go. They're just around the corner. Come on.
Endgame. Not to be confused with the 2019 action film in which a grape destroys half the universe, is the last mission. And lucky for me, I don't need to use a gun. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I have an Uzi, but, you know, it's a gunless run, so I don't. Anyway, after chasing down the general, shooting him down, killing some of his men that survived the crash, we the player finally get satisfaction by killing him. Me especially, because I mean, this run was really fucking hard. It was fun, but I only had a knife, grenades, and flashbangs, and it's fucking hard. One thing I learned is, you know, pretty much anything can be solved with a gun. You're late on rent, gun. Can't afford something, gun. Got someone at school you don't like? Nah, I'm playing. I mean, it's a fucking joke, alright? Anyway, if I get 100 likes on this video, I will do a veteran knife-only challenge. Do be sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
Two to the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet.